What's up, guys? Welcome back to Lakeview Car Channel. We got a different style video coming with you guys today. We got some time lapse with a couple little clips. We went ahead and put coilovers on my 240SX. Got it pretty low. We will be doing some time lapse and voiceover stuff today, so definitely tell us in the comments below how you guys like this video. I elected not to do coilovers here at our shop on the channel, just because at my job we've got an alignment rack and I have a lift at work. So it makes it a little bit easier just to kind of locate things. We got screw jacks so I can support the suspension while torquing down some stuff. So I just elected to do it at my shop at work instead of here. So we'll have a couple different style clips, and if you guys like it, we might be able to do this a little bit more with my car or other cars in the future. We'll see what happens, but enjoy the video. All right, everybody, so we got my 240 up there in the lift. We are taking off the fender liner, and we're gonna actually pull off the entire front end, bumper, fenders and all, to go ahead and tuck our fender harness doing these coilovers. When you start riding a little too low, you'll start rubbing through them. So this is just a quick time lapse over that. See here, I'm getting the front bumper off, starting to get the fender off. All right, everybody, this is Bucci behind the camera here. Doing a couple things to the 240 today with a coilover install. You need to tuck this harness, because if you go too low, you actually start rubbing through it. So what I've done here, I've actually already modified the frame. Took a little cutoff wheel, cut this section out, show you on the other side what it looks like. Like this, got this nice lip from the factory. And over here, went ahead and just snip. I actually hit this with a hammer to make a nice ledge right here. And so what we're going to be doing is pushing this harness up here, keeping it away from the tire area for when I go with a bigger wheel and tire setup and go lower, but I don't rub through this harness and short out everything on the body side of the vehicle. Alright, so we got the fender harness tucked up in here. Went ahead and just used a double zip tie over here, single zip tie around here. Ended up looking out and turning out pretty good. So this is what I did all that work to. Pulled the front bumper, pulled the fenders off, just to get to this point so I can tuck this. So now we can finally begin putting the coilovers on. Always got to drop the phone at least once or twice while filming. So right here is a video showing you guys what I had to cut there. So I showed you guys in that last clip chopping up the little ledge there on the inner fender support. It's a two-piece deal. Go ahead and just chop a little rectangle out of there and start tucking that fender harness up. We're doing it for this side too, just because if I do go as low as I want to go in the future, it's just going to leave me with no issues. I also went ahead and tried to tuck up a little bit of those washer lines, as you'll see a little bit later in the clip. But another plus to going down to my shop instead of doing it here is I do have these air tools at my disposal. Obviously, being an automotive tech, you're going to have a couple of air tools here and there. She uses cutoff wheel quite a bit. So it's just nice to have that little bonus of when I need to cut some stuff up. I got the air tools, the die grinders, small discs, and more shop supplies down there. So I ended up throwing quite a bit of sparks. It was kind of loud. Ended up being pretty late at night, but got out of there about 10:30. Only took me about 4.5 hours with an alignment to go ahead and get this all suited up. But overall, it was a pretty easy experience. Hardest part was just cutting this stuff up. So if you guys will notice, the stock factory deal, how they have it is a two pieces of metal just kind of spot welded together. So you gotta cut through two pieces to actually break apart everything. So I'm done cutting. Just had a little sliver left, so I went ahead and picked up the camera, grabbed a set of channel locks that I had sitting on the bench over there. So excuse the poor camera work there. But just like that, just go ahead and rip that piece out. You're pretty much good to go. There we go, everybody. It's a fender harness fully tucked up in there. Went ahead and just tucked this guy as well. I don't see a whole lot of people talking the passenger side. I see a lot of talk about the driver's side. This is a smaller harness, so I can see why. but just in case, I don't want to have any issues in the future, so I went ahead and just tucked it up there as well since I already had the fenders off. So, I'm going to leave the fenders and front end off for now. We're going to go ahead and put the front end on. See how those front coilovers look in there. So this is just going ahead and tearing that front strut out. Alright, so now we're going to go over coilovers that I went ahead and bought for my 240. Went ahead and got the DS series from BC Racing Coilovers. They offer a digressive shock design. What that'll do is just help with street driving and handling. It'll ride a little bit better than your normal passive shock. See ahead, pull this guy out here. Go ahead and set it on the toolbox over here. There she is. 34-way adjustable dampening. Camber plates. The whole nine. Really, these are some really good coilovers. These will run you about $1,200 for a full set. That's what I paid here for this set. Very excited to go ahead and put these on. It's a front coilover. Back over here. Pull out a rear. Gonna drop a rear. Again, same deal. Now I did opt for the extreme low option, so these will be 25 or 20 millimeters shorter than a normal BR series that they offer. So, pretty excited to get these put on the car. So we'll go ahead and get back to that. Replaced our strut there with some nice shiny new parts. Alright, so we got the coilover in here. Looking way better than the strut. Obviously it's not tightened up yet. If you look here, you can kind of see how far up the center line of the wheel is in the wheel well with the coilover. And this is how they come out the box compared to the stock strut. So we're definitely going to be sitting way lower today, which was the goal. So we'll see how these look with just stock settings and then adjust from there. Alright everybody, we're inside the back of my 240 here. Went ahead and took that cover off on the other side. Exposes our strut top for our rear. So we can go ahead and get that started. Should just be 212s or 14s under that cap right there. You should be good to go and install your own coilovers. I just figured I'd let you know what's going on the inside of the car. So I kind of dropped off on filming, putting these rear coilovers in. What had happened was it just started getting late, and I explained in a little clip that I had accidentally installed the ISR upper control arms backwards instead of the correct way like I eventually reverted them to do. ISR did not come with any instructions, and I just did a couple light lookings, and I found a lot of them to be on the back side. Ended up not working in my application, so I went ahead and just flipped them over and readjusted from there, but I actually got them pretty close on the alignment specs. But I just kind of letting you guys know why it dropped off in filming, why I did so good up front and back. Just started getting pretty late, and I was trying to get out of there as fast as possible. So go ahead and resume. Alright guys, got the BC Racing DS series coilovers in the rear of the 240. Ran into some complications. I originally had these camber arms on the other side. Found out that that is not the way to do that. It was clear, it was hitting right here. It wouldn't bolt in at the bottom. So if you're doing a set of ISR camber arms, just know that the loop needs to be towards the front of the car. Overall, the car, even in the air, is looking way lower. Name up there in the hatch, came by to help me out. Went ahead and did some other modifications under here, under this front fender well. So you kind of beat that lip in under here. So hopefully I don't rub my tires and have any tire issues, but get with you in a second, get these tires bolted up and show you what it looks like on the ground. Alright everybody, as you can see on the camera, went ahead and got the 240 on the ground. Made some minor adjustments out of the box. We had to lower the front end just a tad more to make it a little bit more even. but I really, really like this. It's a really, really good look. I'm very, very happy with how this came out. Just got to do the alignment yet. But I just think this came out just freaking awesome. I'll definitely have to give you guys an update of how it rides when I start driving it. Probably be doing that in the voiceover at the end. But yeah, it's how to install some coilovers and tuck your fender harnesses on a S13 240SX. Thank you for watching, and please consider subscribing. Thank you. All right, so that's going to be the end of our little voiceover action. So definitely let us know in the comments if you guys like this kind of stuff. We can definitely do some more of it. But other than that, so update on how it's riding. It's definitely riding pretty bumpy. These are pretty adjustable, so I can go ahead and tune some more softness in them. I did keep them at the factory. They're 8 clicks away from hard, so I can definitely go a lot softer. They definitely had a break-in period. They sat a bit lower after about a couple days of driving, and after about a full week, I redid some adjustments, lowered it a bit more, and cut up the plastic fender guard in there because I started rubbing on that. After I did that, it's about ½ an inch lower all the way around, as you'll see in these, on these outro clips. But I'm definitely happy with them for the price that I paid. They definitely feel better. I've ridden in a couple cars with the DS series, the DR series, or whatever they're calling them now. I do definitely like the DS a little bit better. They do ride slightly better, and the turn-in response over stock struts on this is absolutely insane. I was able to throw this thing around the corners with no issues at all. So if you're contemplating doing suspension upgrades on your own car, I definitely recommend that. Go ahead and pick some coilovers up. You'll get lower. You will have more turn-in, less body roll, a little bit stiffer of a ride, but it'll handle absolutely amazing. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. Again, we got the 240 out here. Definitely sitting a little bit lower on the coilovers. As I said, we made some more adjustments. So it is sitting a little bit lower. Eventually, when I get new wheel and tire setup, we'll go even lower. But thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing. Go ahead and leave a like. Comment. Let us know how you guys like the voiceovers. We can definitely do a lot more of this kind of style video. We definitely enjoyed doing it. It was actually a lot of fun. So if you guys like it, definitely let us know. Tell us in the comments down below. Leave a like. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you.